You either is or you ain't. You do or you don't. You can or you can't. Or you will or you won't. Either way, baby, a good man, well, he's hard to find. Hey, everybody, McGill Billy here.
And I'm Jamie.
Welcome to one more for the Good Guys podcast. We are the Good Guys. If you've been here before, thank you. If you're visiting for your first time, thank you. We like to say thank you for all the support, any kind of support that we have gotten from our listeners and subscribers throughout the years, whether it be from the Good Guys Cigar Company and or with our music endeavors as well. So if you've done anything to help us, we really, really appreciate all the support. If you don't mind, one free thing that you can do, hit the like and subscribe buttons. And also, if you like cigar notification due to all the restrictions and different crackdowns that YouTube's been doing on cigar content or tobacco content, you may want to hit the notifications bell, and that'll let you know when we've got something new and groovy coming out to get to you. So, with all that being said, let's get to the most important thing. What are you smoking today?
I'm smoking one of these Punch Classico Maduros in the Rothschild size. Something I smoked a long time ago, and they changed the band on it. It's a little different, but man, these are so good.
They are really,
they come
really
in
good.
50 a box. They're nearly perfect.
Yeah.
Size, strength level, flavor. It's just fantastic.
And if you say, hey, that's too many, 50, that's too many. Well, okay, that's fine. If you've got a buddy that's got similar taste profiles,
split a box.
Split a box. And
two OG members already do that.
Exactly. Which is also, when back several years ago when we were wanting to try something new.
That's what we did.
That's what we did a lot. I mean, we would split boxes all the time. Then that way you're just out, if it's a 20 count box, obviously you're just out the 10 cigars.
And get the box rate on 10 sticks instead of 20.
Correct.
That's the other thing,
That's the big thing, is being able to get a box rate, because you're at least 15%.
About it. That's about right.
Right at 15. We'll just call it 15 for shits and giggles. But yeah, for 15%, you get a discount. You get a 15% discount by buying by the box. So, and that's something, that sounds like, oh, those guys are trying to push a sale, or they're trying to do this and that. Well, yeah, duh. I'm not in the pipe wrench business. I'm in the cigar business. So yeah.
But it still makes sense.
But it makes sense. And it is the most economical way to buy, especially something that that you like. Nonetheless, if you're not, if you can't do that, or if 50's too many, or you don't have the room, again, find a buddy and split the box. It's worth it. It's worth the savings. And those are a great stick. Connecticut broadleaf wrapper. Really good. Nice. And, it's just got that broadleaf sweetness and
sweet and just powerful. And it's
such a good pack too.
Yeah, man. It's
it feels good in the hand.
Yeah, it does. About an hour, maybe 45 minutes.
And in a Rothschild.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a 4.5 by 50, something like that.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is.
A Punch is also one of those old brands, a legacy brand that don't get, they figured out what they do well. Do they? Yeah, they come out with a few new things here and there. And some would even say they come out with a few gimmick things here and there. But they've done something right for a long, long time, because they're still in business and they still produce a great product.
Never had one I didn't like.
No.
A Punch of any kind.
great value cigar, especially in that blend and size. I am smoking the La Giana Havana 30th anniversary from United Cigars, or from the fella who came up with this idea, to David Garofalo. This celebrates 3 decades of La Giana's 30th anniversary cigar, limited edition marvel making, marking a milestone in sophistication, originating in, I'm having a hard time today, originating in 1994 to honor David Garofalo's daughter, Gianna, her birth. It is a Barber pole, which has a Ecuadorian Connecticut and a Mexican San Andres wrapper, a Honduras Habano Criollo binder, and fillers. These are from prime tobacco regions across Honduras, the Dominican Republic, and the USA. Beyond its shimmering Hollywood, yeah, well, we ain't getting into all that. Great cigar. We carry this under the United Cigar brand. And you may be asking, why did you choose a Barber pole today? Well, I chose the Barber pole today because the topic of our show is Barber pole cigars. What is a Barber pole? Who made the first Barber pole? What are different examples of the Barber pole? All kinds of good stuff in that regard on Barber pole cigars. So you might ask, what are Barber pole cigars? Barber pole cigars are, excuse me, just a moment, are classified as MWL. It simply stands for multiple wrapper leaf cigars. So this wrapper on this, the Ecuadorian Connecticut and the Mexican San Andres, are 2 wrappers from 2 different seed varietals. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, real quick, are rolled in 2 different directions. I had 2 different ones pulled up on this to give you. So yeah, 2 different alternating wrapper varietals. The most common wrappers found on a Barber pole cigar are natural and Maduro, or more specifically, a Connecticut shade wrapper that alternates with a Connecticut broadleaf. However, this is Connecticut shade with the Ecuadorian Connecticut, but it is with San Andres wrapper.
Good contrast, though.
Very good contrast. Oh, shit. If I don't break it all to pieces, that's real good on it. Good grief.
Live.
Mm-hmm.
For the honky tonk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. Well, while he's doing that,
Production value.
the contrast on that's much like this picadillo, like that, as opposed to this LFD, which is lighter. That looks like shade and candela or something.
Mm-hmm.
It probably is that. I know that is. That's 3 shade there. That hooligan is.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Give me just a second. I got to touch
So anyway,
this,
while
touch
he's
this
doing
back
that,
up.
Barber poles are something I've had, relatively few of compared to everything else we smoke. But I'm telling you, that La Giana might be the best one I've ever had. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
we just ordered 3 boxes of them.
Yeah. The only thing that I would say that I've had that gives it a close run for its money is the DBL Amarillo. But this is a great stick.
That was in what we smoked was in a Bellicoso and that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a great smoke. Beautiful stick, too.
Yeah.
That thing was gorgeous.
Okay, let me start back over. Multiple wrapper leaf cigars. And you know a barber pole cigar when you see it because it has 2 or 3 intertwined wrappers or of contrasting colors, just like a real barber pole. These interesting cigars can't help but stand out among the sea of brown in your local cigar store. So, you know, what makes this cigar even more interesting than just the look of it is the taste. And you really can taste the difference, from the Connecticut to the San Andres. So you're getting, you're getting both flavors, alternately throughout the smoking experience of the stick, which is pretty unique in its own right.
They've basically taken what they've been doing with the filler and the binder for years and mixing tobaccos and put it on the wrapper too. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Barber Pole's cigars emerged during the cigar boom of the 1990s. No stranger. This shouldn't surprise anyone, but the Fuente family was the first to create the distinctive Barber Pole. Barber Pole cigars are a little less common because they can be difficult and costly to produce in large quantities. Hence, this one being an anniversary issue. Now, this is in regular production, but
thank God,
but on limited numbers
right,
throughout the year. So it's not a true, limited. You can only get this blend this year. So that makes it great, but because, number one, it's more than a gimmick. This cigar in particular, the La Giana 30th anniversary, is more than a gimmick cigar. It's actually a really good cigar. The most experienced cigar rollers are required to roll Barber Pole cigars. Matching 2 different wrapper leaves in a seamless manner without overlapping them requires much patience. Cigar rollers at the Fuente factory undergo extensive training and today remain among some of the most capable when it comes to crafting original and unconventional cigars like a Barber Pole. We have several different ones to show you here in just a moment, as well as give you the name of one of the Fuentes that started this whole thing, which are about as easy as trying to find Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny or hen's teeth. They're pretty rare, and usually only larger dealers who get lots of Fuente stuff or that they're even allocated to them. And of course, they will only be at a certain time of year, as well as they'll be you'll be limited.
Yeah.
So you can only get who knows, 1 stick, 2 sticks, 3 sticks.
I've never
or whatever
seen one in a store that I can think of.
I've only seen them one time. Any rate, it's called it's the Hemingway series, so it looks like it's the little perfecto, like the signature or the work of art or the short story. It's rolled in that same shape, same style, but it's called Between the Lines. That is the Fuente version of the Barber Pole. So, usual suspects also can be U.S., Ecuador, Connecticut shade, or Candela braided with Connecticut broadleaf Maduro, or in some cases a combination of all 3, which is what we got in the Filthy Hooligan, the Shamrock by Alec Bradley, which is a Candela, Connecticut, and a Maduro wrap cigar. I think these are available year round, but they really make a big push each year around St. Patty's Day on that cigar. Cigar makers have pushed creativity to the brink in several of the recent years. You can find cigars shaped like footballs, baseball bats, a traditional twisted trio smokes called a Special C or a culebra, something like that. And cigar the size of your forearm, which have been blended and produced, like the Lunatic, which is like a fucking 10 by 100 or something. Something crazy. You beat somebody to death with one of those.
You'd have to relight that thing 700 times.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd take you 2 days to smoke it.
This is an LFD, which LFD does a lot of different ones. We have a couple of the... they do a lot of these different things. They get very creative is what I'm trying to get at. This was the, what's this called again? Theater of Pain?
This is oh shit. No.
It's in the theater world.
Yeah, I just went blank, man.
I did too.
It's 2 things. It's that.
Yeah, it's like the yin and the yang.
Yeah.
But this is an LFD, which is got a very thin Connecticut, almost like a pinstripe, if you will, with a Candela wrapper, but has these, LFD does a bunch of them like this, and DBL also does ones that look like baseball bats, and LFD did a football thing there for a few years. Jamie's looking up.
It's comedy and drama.
But the masks.
The Mask of Thalia and Melpomene.
Probably can't see that, but maybe Jamie will fly a picture of it up and post.
Yeah, this is impressive right here. Whoever did this, of course, they roll the Chiselito too. So in the chisel, so whoever they got rolling for them is top notch. But man, and there's probably no more than they make of these. Probably 1 or 2 people that roll all of them.
I don't even think they make that cigar anymore. Period. I'm almost positive that's the case.
Watch it be fantastic. I think it's just going to be hard to beat.
Working with more complex tobaccos like a Habano, Nicaraguan Habano, or the San Andres or Brazilian like Modafina wrappers, there's a lot of new blenders who have come up with some very ambitious combinations, to say the least. A lot of Barber poles are also rolled to big ring gauges too. And I wonder why that is.
Easier to deal with.
Yeah, probably so.
I don't know exactly how they roll them, but I don't know if one of these is like the dark ones all the way around it, and then they cut the lighter one. I don't know how they do it, but
I think with the way this article reads is they cut 2 different leaves in the La Giana case, the Ecuadorian Connecticut, and then the San Andres. And they wrap them seamlessly, separately.
One after the other.
I guess so.
Have to.
I mean, I don't know.
Don't have to.
Or maybe they lay it out and put it.
There's a YouTube video of my future. I guarantee you. I'm going to see how they do it.
Consuelo Gomez, owner of Amos de Santiago Cigars, whose triple wrap Toro attended the Arturo Fuentes School for Rollers. She also served as a top performing torcedor for 9 years before branching out on her own.
Wow.
She says the difficulty lies in working with 2 or more strips of wrapper leaf and aligning them perfectly so they do not look uneven or cover each other. Depending on the skill level of the roller, it could take a few months to master. And making Barber Pole cigars requires double or triple the work of rolling regular cigars. As a result, they're generally more expensive. Then again, many consider them, creative pieces of art,
which they are
in their own right.
Yeah.
So, if you want to learn more about Barber Poles and specifically the La Gianna, you can go to goodguyscigars. The rest, and you can find them there, and we can talk to you about getting you some of them.
Correct.
Yeah. Other great barber poles that you could try. This is from I'm getting information from Cigar Journal as well as Holtz on this. Actually, I take that back, not Cigar Journal, but Famous Smoke. And Holtz.com. Holtz says the Arturo Fuente Hemingway Between the Lines, the Rocky Patel, the Edge A10. It is finished in a reddish brown Corojo partnered with a Maduro wrapper. I bet that might be. You don't see that a lot. Corojo and Maduro both together. The CAO America, which is, I've had a couple of those.
Mm-hmm.
They are very much kind of like the LFD with almost like a thin stripe, a very thin pinstripe, which now that I remember it, that DBL is like that too.
I think so.
Yeah.
The America's sharp looking.
It's very
dark.
pretty.
It's got that line around it. It's yeah. We'll be doing an around the world CAO event not too long down the road.
Yeah.
Where we will partake of those.
I did a real number on this one when I dropped it. I mean, I dropped it straight on the ash as well.
That's only the only one we have. Till they get here. We're about
it.
So while you're doing that, I looked up the origin of the Barber pole itself.
Nice work.
How about this crazy shit? Okay. So the barber pole, the actual barber pole, originated in the Middle Ages from the medieval practice of bloodletting, because used to the barber was also a semi-surgeon, I guess, because they both had razors.
Really?
Yeah. So
Sweeney Todd comes to mind.
Yeah. And bloodletting, they used to believe that diseases and certain infections and whatever could be removed from the body by bleeding you out. They later discovered that was not the case, and that was actually detrimental to your health. So the red and white stripes symbolized the blood in the bandages. All right. So a barber surgeon would hang blood-stained bandages outside their shop, and they would twist sitting in the wind, drying out. Kind of gross. And the pole itself represented the pole that you would hold to make your veins more presentable for bloodletting. The spiral pattern formed as the wind twisted the drying bandages, becoming a permanent symbol of the barber's dual role as a groomer and a medical practitioner.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Mm-hmm.
That's some weird shit.
I don't know where the blue came from. The addition of the blue is a patriotic nod to the American flag. There you go.
Yeah.
Originally, it was red and white only.
That would have been my first guess of why the blue.
So anyway, pretty interesting. I guess they, the winding bandages made it look like a barber pole. And they're like, okay, that'll be our new sign. Yeah.
That's wild.
Sure is. They used to put leeches on you.
Well, hell, they were cutting your threw a stick in your mouth and cut your leg off with a fucking hacksaw
in the Civil War.
In the Civil War, not that long ago, he gave you a shot of Soldier's Joy, which was a shot of whatever booze they had on, and bite down on this. Everything's going to be okay.
We went to Antietam.
Good old days, my ass.
Yeah, no shit. We went to Antietam one time, and I bought a book, The Medical Instruments of the Civil War.
Oh, God.
And it was like a horror show, man.
Drill. A punch.
Yeah. I mean, just
hacksaw.
And no sanitization. Pliers. Like the shit just sat on the shelf. Here it is.
They didn't even, I don't think washing your hands became a thing until the late into the 1900s.
Oh, I'm sure. Running water.
Into the 1900s. Yeah.
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 You might wash the mud off your hands or whatever because you don't want to eat mud, but you weren't thinking sanitize your hands at all. And no pain reliever. I mean, can you imagine I've had some back pain, man, where I was like,
yeah.
And nothing like that except alcohol. You know,
I got this tooth knocked out one time. Or this one is on my two eye teeth, right? Very two front ones. And my brother and I were out throwing baseball one day, and I was giving him hell, and he was just kind of taking it easy on me. We're over there in the front yard, and you know that front yard ain't big as nothing. Right. And I probably called him a few names and, said he threw like a girl or whatever, and I was, there was a big, my brother passed away on January 1st this year, and he was 70. I'm 54. So, 16 years difference in our ages. And I'm sure he was thinking,
I'm going to knock this little bastard out.
I'm going to knock this little shit ass. I'm going to show him what I can throw like a girl. He's always busting my chops. And he did, man. And he slung that thing. And, I went to catch it, and it went right off the top of the webbing of my Joe Rudy Rollins fastback. Shout out Oakland A's, Joe Rudy. Went right off the top of my glove and hit me right in the mouth.
You throw left-handed?
No, I just held this one up for the camera.
I was like,
No. And so at any rate, hits me right in the mouth, and this one just goes out flying. Flies plumb out of my head out into the front yard, into the hedgerow.
And he was like,
yeah, blood, and the other one, the one on the left side, is just like hanging there like a Tom and Jerry cartoon, just
like Sylvester.
Yeah.
The piano team.
yeah, exactly. So, of course, everybody's, I scream, blood's flying everywhere.
Your brother's running because your dad's going to kill him.
Yeah. Oh, he ain't afraid of my dad. He was afraid of my mom. Well,
Same.
My mom, a neighbor lady, and my sister-in-law were all out there while we were throwing ball. And my sister-in-law goes straight over there to the hedges to try to find that tooth. I have no idea how she did, but she found it.
Wow.
Found the tooth. They went, and my mom was getting ready to wash it off. The neighbor lady says, don't wash it. Just put it in a wet a washcloth, put it in there, and get another one and put on his mouth with ice and get out of here. So that's what she did. We went to UT, University of Tennessee, at the medical hospital. And
you bled out while he's waiting in the waiting room.
Yeah. We seen the barber pole. And we get down there, and this kid comes in. I mean, he was the on-call dentistry student probably in the emergency room.
Right.
I mean, and he comes in and he's got a Plano tackle box, a plastic Plano tackle box like I had in my basement that I fished with, right?
With the open the lid and the tray.
Yeah. The triple dip.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that. And he opens that thing up and they proceed to start shooting me in the mouth, roof of the mouth, in the top of the gums, everywhere, just to numb me up. And of course, my mom is just going wild, not knowing, what to do, what's happening.
Was this a permanent tooth, not a baby tooth?
Yes, permanent tooth.
Okay. Wow.
And that kid, she said, we've got the tooth. And by that time, this one still hanging there. And I got it in like that. And he reaches and gets that tooth, and it's got dirt and everything on it, and sticks that son of a bitch right back up into my head, and then pushes that other one up in there where the hole it came out of. The next thing you know, he's got, glue and a brace and a wire and all this stuff to hold it in place. And he's like, he's got a 1 in 100 or 1,000 shot of losing those 2 teeth. But they could, retake and be just fine. He said, the best thing you did was not to wash it.
Wow. Wonder why.
I guess because the only thing I can think of, and this is a horrible analogy talking about, but like a slime coat on a fish.
Oh, okay.
So there's the enamel and everything that's on there is a natural protectant of the roots, or, your
might get us for the neighbor.
Yeah, no kidding.
She knew, didn't she? She had this stuff before. Wasn't her first rodeo.
I guess not. But, yeah, and I'll, knock on wood. Those are the 2 that are still in there to this day.
Yeah.
So
they lasted this long, man.
It was
what
crazy.
Were you, 10?
Yeah, I can't even remember now. I might have been,
younger even.
No, I was probably 10, something like that.
Brother was nearly 30.
Yeah.
Just chucking it at you.
I just hauls off. I'll show you, you little bastard.
Oh, my Lord.
But how do we get into that? I don't remember now. Oh,
pain reliever.
Pain reliever, and then you just think you'd want it clean. But no,
200 years ago, there'd been a barber did it.
Yeah.
And he probably cut you on your arm so you bleed out.
Yeah. He was probably nearsighted.
Guarantee it.
Like Floyd. Yeah. But crazy, man. I tell people all the time, they call it practicing medicine for a reason.
Oh, my God.
But I just can't get over the fact when I hear that. I've heard people say this plenty of times, to be like, yeah, in the good old days, we wouldn't have had it. And I'm like, yeah, you wouldn't have had.
You'd have died at 37.
You'd have had rickets.
Yeah, that's right.
The bubonic plague.
You'd have had a damn urinary tract infection and died from it.
Yeah, and you'd been dead at 29.
Yeah, if it had been for John Coffey, Tom Hanks had been dead in the Green Mile.
That's right.
That's a little probably over the top, but antibiotics weren't really a thing until 1900s.
Pasteurization, right?
Well, that's, the guy, Louis Pasteur, I had this talk yesterday.
Really?
About pasteurization.
Huh.
Pasteurization's basically heating up the milk, right?
Right.
To kill everything in it. Louis Pasteur came up with that method, It's like, oh, let's heat it. Well, okay, I could have done that fine. Louis Pasteur also invented the rabies vaccine. And I used to have a book.
Really?
Yep. I had a book, a kid's book that talked about that, as well as, because used to rabies, now I'm talking about for humans vaccine.
Right.
would kill you. You're dead if you got it. Now it's still a painful process from what I understand, but yeah, pasteurization and I mean that, sanitization, yeah, in general, is something that is relatively new. Really.
That's crazy, man.
Shit, COVID would have killed 100 years ago.
Well, I mean, think about it.
Spanish flu killed, 50 million? Think about that number. In 1918, 50 million? What's the equivalent of that today? 300 or 400 million?
Oh yeah, I
don't know what the population was then. My grandmother was the only one in her family that didn't get Spanish flu, and she was 6 years old, carrying water, making dinner for everybody that was laid up in the bed. I've heard her tell that story more than once.
Yeah, I've heard you say that a time or a couple of different times.
Nobody died in her family, her immediate family, but she lived to be nearly 100. So anyway, Barber Pole cigars. Is it a gimmick though? I mean,
well,
if it were, this is what I think about it. Now we've had some really good ones. That one, that DBL you talked about, I'm sure that, these are great. The Filthy Hooligan has gotten mixed reviews. I think that it is more of a novelty cigar, right? It's St. Patty's Day and whatever else. And it may be great. I bet Red Auerbach would love the shit out of that because it's got candela. I mean, I bet that thing smokes like a piece of Johnson grass. I bet it is just.
But this is the Shamrock, which I would imagine refers to the 3 different colors.
I guess so, yeah.
I think the regular Filthy Hooligan is just 2.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure that's right. But nonetheless,
is it a gimmick? Not everybody makes them, right?
Well, I'm sure it's like anything else. I mean, you think about it. Fuente comes up with it, right?
In the 90s.
That's also during the cigar boom. So they're looking to create more sales. Let's just say and hope that when they came up with it there, that it was meant more for being creative and being a work of art as well as something to smoke.
Fuente doesn't feel gimmicky to me.
Right.
In general. So,
but given the time that it came out in the 90s, that was during the cigar boom. I mean, there were as many terrible cigars then as there are good ones now.
Yeah.
You've only got people who started during that time. You got Rocky, you got Perdomo,
Garofalo.
Yeah. Those are like the only 3 that started during that time that are still around.
Didn't they say something about that it was Rocky and Nick and then somebody else? The Dominican Honduran and
was it Lito Gomez? Was it LFD?
May have been.
It may have been LFD. Actually, now that you say that, I do remember hearing that.
I think LFD is correct.
We'll double check that to make sure, but I believe it was LFD.
And for good reason. All 3 of those brands are headed up by somebody that loves the business, is all about the business, and makes some good stuff. And obviously,
2 of them are second and third generation in the business.
Yeah. Rocky being the odd man out.
Right. But so getting to what my best guess on that would be, it started out as, like it says, as a piece of art and for something to be unique to where you could get the benefits of having two different taste profiles, two different wrappers. And then I'm sure it became very...
just like anything else, gets
like
commercialized as hell.
I mean...
But, I mean, the ones that remain, you know, I know this is a new one. This one's only been out a year, right?
No, I think it's been out longer than that.
Oh, I thought that was the 30th anniversary of, came out in 24. Maybe not.
Yes, you're correct. You're right. Sorry.
The brand's been out since 94.
Right. You're right.
But that came out
in
as
24.
30. Yeah. And it, like I said,
right.
It is a limited production, but not limited edition.
Correct.
So, and
go ahead.
Well, you know, I was just thinking, you know, when you were talking about describing it, is that, you know, inside in the binder, a lot of times the binder will have 2 or 3 tobacco types and filler too. It's basically a visual presentation of what's been going on inside the cigar since day one. And I'm really surprised they didn't come up with it beforehand.
Right.
What would it be like? Like we saw one,
you know,
at the show that was not a Barber poll per se, but it was an MWL in that night and day thing. Right.
Yeah. And Hoya de Nicaragua makes one called the Cabineta series that is 2 wrappers on one cigar. So very much like night and day. Yeah,
like part of it's this and the other part's that. And that right there to me makes a lot of sense. Because if you were going to smoke one...
I think Fratello did that as well.
Start with a Connecticut wrapper and then work yourself into something else, or shade wrapper. And anyway, I'm surprised it took them that long to come up with that, really.
I'm surprised too. And, you know... Obviously, we don't know this, but it was probably one of those creations that just clicked.
Yeah.
Like,
we should have. Yeah.
We've been doing that anyway.
Right.
Why shouldn't we
make a visual presentation out of it? You know, I wonder, before the cigar boom, which we weren't in it then, and I'm sure this it may not be readily available. They may be out there. But I wonder if before the cigar boom that the blends were more traditional Cuban style blends, and because of the American public and how we got to have everything and all these options, all this came out of that. It's like, you know, because they're coming out with a new blend every damn day.
Yeah.
You know, and great.
Like
I mean, it's like, you know, repurposing a Snickers bar for me. It's like, now it's got this on it. So it's great. But then you got something like this that just happens to be sitting here.
Yeah.
That is.
Or the punch.
Exactly. And it's just this.
And it's been that.
And America, it's like Padron said, they're like, you know, some of your blends are probably going to be too strong for the American people.
Not some of them,
all of them. And then he said,
the market will
come around. Boy, he was right.
Yeah, I just watched a great video on that last night, actually. And George was telling that very story.
You know. And what's crazy is that I don't consider, if you said, man, name some strong ass cigars, I'm not going to name Padron in any of that. Are you? I mean, I understand it's Nicaraguan Puro through and through, so that lends itself to being spicy and whatever else. But like those Thousand series, they're not.
No, those are not. And I think that was like if I'm not mistaken, that was kind of like the old man's
go-to
classic. No, that was like his classic blend.
The Thousand series.
1000 stuff.
Yeah. Well,
now I have had, you know, I will say this. They are stronger cigars, but I will say, out of all the different cigars in my personal collection, that I have aged and or bought with age on them. The Padrones by leaps and bounds, other than, well, I just say age does wonders for them. Like, they're good. Yeah. They're great already.
But boy.
But with, classic example, I've still got some of those 7,000 series left in the natural wrapper. And they have the sweetness of a box of raisins and Fig Newtons. I mean, you've had one.
Pretty big ring gauge too for your taste. Yeah.
But I found them and was like, turned the box over and I was like, is this date the person was like, yeah. And I was like, I'll take them.
You don't hear a lot of people talk about, even online and stuff, and even us, not to get on a sidetrack, but you don't hear a whole lot of people talk about Padron. Is it because, okay, we know their stuff kicks ass, so we don't need to talk about it? Is that kind of how it is? Fuente's that way to some degree too,
They have definitely, we've said this on a few different podcasts, and we've said this to customers as well out in the field. But as far as, what's the right way of saying it? Consumer bias, Padron's probably at the top of the list. It's hard to
turn a Padron
smoker onto something else that they would enjoy, because the entire time you're trying to think about, that's our job, is if you like these, you're going to love this. Or right. If you love those, you're going to like this. That's our job, to know what that cigar is. The classic example, and we get it, at least once. We get it a handful of times a month. When you go, are you a cigar smoker? Yeah, I love cigars and I smoke. And what's one of your favorites? What do you normally smoke? And the guy or girl goes, Liga number 9. We know exactly. If we don't have that, we know exactly what cigar to turn them to.
The Undercrown 10.
Undercrown 10. No doubt about it. And every time, if they'll take our word for it.
And they smoke it.
They're like, wow, you're right. This is incredible.
And I got to keep some money in my pocket.
Yeah. You didn't need a cosigner.
Well. But Padron, you're right. We've got a real good customer that is a Fuente person. And now he's taken our advice and smoked some stuff and he really likes, but I can get behind that.
Yeah.
It's just like having a favorite team or a car, whatever. But I've never had a bad Padron cigar.
No.
Ever. Now, there are other brands that fall in that same category for me, Perdomo being one. But Padron, anyway, that was a sidetrack. But I wonder what happened before the cigar boom here. I wonder what the blends were.
For years, they were all Candela.
God,
they were all green. I'll have to go back and find it. But Cigar Authority had one episode on here a while back with Eric Newman, and they were talking about that very thing. Candela would know. Candela was the king, and Christian Aroa's father was the one who was the king of Candela.
Well, they're aged less, so you can make them faster.
Yeah,
right? At least you can get wrapper tobacco.
I'll try to go back and find that and put, or if or if you've heard that, put it in the comments of what years that all came about. But I would say it's definitely into I'll just be pulling a number out of my ass. I can't say for sure.
Well, currently the only Barber pole that we keep on standard stock is the Laggiano. And I'll tell you what, if you've never had a Barber pole at all, try this one. It's
a great one.
I think it only comes in that size.
It does. It comes in the one size. It comes in the one combination of wrappers, the San Andres and the Ecuadorian Connecticut shade.
You normally don't smoke that size. That's a Toro.
Yeah, and you get the smoothness and the creaminess from the Ecuador and Connecticut, and you get a little bit of the earthiness and from the San Andres, and then you get a little bit, and I'm not talking about like mineral earth either. It ain't like you're stuffed your mouth full of pennies.
Underground earth. It's a San Andres.
Yeah, but a lot of people get that with it having Honda and stuff in it. A lot of people, when you start saying earth, they get scared because sometimes you can get that in certain sticks that are Honduran, but very good. I mean, what would you say? A 4?
Strength wise, maybe that. Well, I'll tell you this: we had a box of them.
No Big Pepper or nothing like that.
And we, two of our best buddy customers, we gave them a couple. And then they bought the rest of them, basically, because they're
very unique.
They're that good.
And they're very unique. The taste profile.
Taste profile is unique. It's gorgeous presentation. Even the box is pretty. The band, it's just that's a winner cigar right there. And I smoked this Punch Down 10. Almost burnt my fingers. It's so good.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I could smoke these every day.
Oh, those are wonderful.
Every day.
Like I said earlier, they're just a tremendous value.
Just about do.
And for a special occasion, this is a great value stick too. I can't, due to restrictions for YouTube and all that stuff, we can't tell you exactly a price on them. But if you want to learn more about this, as well as our other cigars that we carry, go to goodguyscigars.com. The rest of that.
Or come out and see us in person.
Or come out and see us in person.
We're Trailhead all the time, around town.
Our home base is at Trailhead over in South Knoxville. You guys, if you've been listening to the podcast a while, you've heard our commercials, spreading the good cheer about Trailhead, one of our favorite watering holes, as well as music venues. But come out and see us there. We do have the OG event at the last Monday of every month at Trailhead. I play on the last Saturday of every month. Solo at Trailhead. Jamie's always there with the mobile humidor and all that
much
good
the
stuff.
Last weekend of the month like that, we're there the whole time because you're, Saturday and then whatever. So it's going to be a Halloween theme, right? We're going to do a Halloween theme, some sort.
I want to do a Halloween, for the event for sure.
Yeah, like the next event's in October.
And they're asking me if I want to, instead of doing the actual last Saturday of the month, they want to know if I want to do the actual Halloween night for the music.
The following Friday?
Yeah, that would be the Friday on that following Friday. So they've asked me about that, but nonetheless,
which means we'll be there with the humidor on that day too.
Yeah, so
most likely.
Easiest thing to do is, again, go to goodguyscigars.com, the rest, and our calendar is live there. It'll tell you where we're going to be, what we're doing, how to get in touch with us, all the different things that we offer, as well as the good stuff about the podcast and all that stuff. So, at any rate, I'm out of words. I'm stumbling, bumbling, rumbling. You want to do another one?
Yeah, you got your cigar back in shape, though.
I do have my cigar back in shape, which is a good thing. And folks, be kind to one another. It doesn't cost a dime to be kind, but there's always a price to be paid for cruelty. So, you heard it here first. Am I boring you?
No, I'm just tired.
Just tired.
Tired. Old and tired.
You heard it here first. One more for the good guys. Cheers, everybody.
See ya.
I'll be gone in the morning before the sun comes up with me and my weenie dog and my pickup truck. And either way, baby, a good man, it's hard to find. I said, now either way, baby, a good man, it's hard to find.